Hey guys, it's Lauren, and I'm here today to talk about challenge number 5, wearable art. As I spoke about in my conversation with Josh, I was really inspired by my recent trip to Barcelona, and in particular the work of Gaudi. I enjoyed his underwater themes in his work, and it reminded me of how much I love the underworld, and to me the underworld is like the most beautiful, magical place on this planet, and just as he used kind of like fantasy and mythical creatures in his work, I wanted my piece to be kind of like a fantasy piece, what I would think of like mermaid would wear. She was like, making herself a dress for this like fabulous underwater like ball. And so in my design I'm kind of thinking about, like what she would be inspired by, like she'd be inspired by her surroundings. So I'm using patterns like, fish scales and like seaweed, and I'm thinking about like what materials she would use, like if she found, like people's like trash underwater, like how would she incorporate that into her dress to make it like look really fabulous. So also in my mentor video with Josh, he challenged me to think about more unconventional materials than I was thinking about, and I was talking to him about how I wanted to use sequins because I really wanted this like very glamorous evening look. He got me thinking, and I was like, what's something unconventional that looks like a sequin? And I thought of something that looks like a really big sequin. Wonder if you can figure out what that is. So I decided to cut up this material, and I tried putting it into the felt. I didn't totally love this, but I did like the idea of like, cutting this up and like making a mosaic. Like I really loved putting sequins in with the felt. It made this like really, really pretty, like light, shimmery fabric. So I made these like huge panels of fabric, as you can see. So this is where I'm at with my design. I did a knitted bustier top using lots of texture. I experimented a lot with like cables and thinking about what would look good together and what looked really like organic and seaweedy and pretty, and I really, really love how it turned out. The yarn I use, the gradient yarn, it just has this really slow gradient, and it's just so beautiful, and I just love it with the cable, so I'm obsessed with the top. I really loved how the felt turned out. I only did 2 layers of the roving, so it's like very sheer and very light, and it just works perfectly with like the gradients and everything. It really has that look of like iridescent like fish scales, so it's really pretty and I'm really happy. I do want to do a long train in the back for a dramatic runway effect, but I'm still trying to figure out how I can do that. I decided that in British fashion she needs a fabulous headpiece for her event, so I am making this little octopus guy. Hopefully it's not too much and throws the judges off, but I think it's really fun. So it's going well, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!